Especially relevant to us, or to most of us today, is determining your housing situation for next year. So if you're interested in living off campus like me, my speech will tell you the 3 basic steps on how to find the best living situation for you. Me and my future roommates have found this process pretty stressful, which is why it is important to be informed on everything you as a future tenant can do to find the right property. First, I will discuss how to find your roommates, and then I will explain the research behind finding the appropriate housing, and finally how to communicate with your landlord. So we've all experienced living with roommates and the process of finding one. Whether we chose through the Cal Poly Roommate Finder or randomly, if we're not rooming with the same people, the process of finding new roommates can again be stressful. If you don't mind living with random roommates, you can go on the Roommate Finder and find one that way, or you can just reach out to people that you've met this year, whether in classes, clubs, or in current living areas. Most importantly, you want to be open and accepting about living with new people. The main focus is you want to try to find someone you can get along with. You want to ask yourself what you're looking for in a roommate. The Cal Poly University Housing website provides information on maintaining healthy relationships with your roommates. So pretty much being clear from the get-go, being respectful, and communicating well. All things to keep in mind when you're looking for a roommate. The next point is a little more complex, which is figuring out where you want to live, whether that be a house or apartment, or if you're in Greek life, living in the chapter house. After trying to research more about this part, I found that it's pretty difficult to find information on this since it's a personal experience, which is why I did an interview. I interviewed Riley Lopez, a third year here at Cal Poly, and she shared her experience with trying to find housing as a second year. Her process, even though there's many ways to go about this, went something like this. Her and her roommates met up and decided on what everyone was looking for, whether that be the price or the location of their future house. They began to do research on those requests and shared with the group after they found several options. I found that Zillow.com and Trulia.com are good places to start looking, and you can eventually talk with upperclassmen to get their experiences and inputs on future houses. The next and final step is to compare and narrow down your options to send the applications to the ones that you're serious about. This is because applications are costly and you don't want to waste your time or the landlord's time. The last point is to maintain good communication with the landlord. You want to show your serious interest through emails that could set up meetings or appointments. You want to come dressed appropriately, which is business casual, and you want to be prepared for the questions that they have to offer and want to bring questions for them. The main point is they want to find tenants that are responsible, so that's something you have to prove. In an article written by Nicole Schreck, a rental experience expert, on May 23, 2013, in the United States News, she points out that it's becoming more and more difficult to find a proper living situation since home ownership has been on a decline since 2005. The competitiveness, not only at Cal Poly, is evident, which is why it's important to complete these steps in a timely manner. If you couldn't tell already, communication is a key element in this process, whether that's communicating with roommates, parents, or landlords. Although it seems like a stressful process, but by following these steps listed above, you can go about this process in your own way, and hopefully this made it less intimidating. Thank you.